If you have a book idea and you're not sure if this is the right topic for your book that you have selected, and you want ideas or solution to what your book should focus on, continue watching this video. Hi, my name is Jackie McKeever. I'm a life and business coach. What I do is I help individuals just like you. How do I help you? I help you take your life and business back by helping you get organized, helping you get trained, and helping you create multiple scalable income. And those of you have been following me for a while, you know I'm on this journey with you. I'm currently writing a book about absent parents. So in order for you to know if the subject that you selected is the right subject, there are 4 questions that you should be answering. And I'm going to tell you in this brief video how to go about finding it. So first, I'm going to give you the question that you should be asked. Then I'm going to tell you how you find the solution. Okay, so make sure you keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that you won't miss a thing. Okay, so the first question you should be asking yourself is who your book is written for. And I know if you're writing a nonfiction or even a fiction book, that can be hard to answer. So this is my solution for you. If you're not sure of how to describe your avatar, your tribe, the type of person that would be reading your book, what you could do is you could find your favorite author that has written a book similar to yours. Now, I'm not telling you to cheat or anything, but what I mean is find an author that's in that same genre. And I'm going to give you 2 examples. Like first, say you're doing a romance novel, or let's say a thriller. You're doing a thriller and you love thrillers, right? So I don't have a thriller book near me, but one of your favorite authors' last name is Patterson. I'm not going to say his first name. It's Patterson. So you would go and look through his book catalog posting in various places online and look at the description and see if when you read the description, what type of person you visualize reading that. That is who the book is for. If you have a book, you can turn to the page and it simply describes who the book was written for. And so if your book is similar to that person, then you know this is who your audience is if it meets this genre. Because here's a secret. So the authors, every author is a creative being, and they may write their message differently, but the main idea of the message, okay, is generally the same, and it's based on a genre and a group of people, right? So the other, you can also use this for the second method. You can also use this if you're doing nonfiction. If you're doing nonfiction, you want to see what type of people may go to a social media page, such as, for example, those of you who follow me, I did a book review on Jamie Kern Lama. And if I was doing a similar motivational book like that, then I would go to her website and see what type of crowd following her. What are they saying? Look at the comments posted wherever her books are sold and figure out what type of people are doing it. Or if I really like this author, I'll describe myself. So that is who the book is for. So the next question you should be asking yourself to make sure that you're in the right genre, you have the right focus for your book. The next question you should be asking you is, what is the problem? Okay, so sometimes people believe that because they're writing a fiction book that there's no problem. Even if it's a romance book, you can imagine that the person that's reading your book may be a single woman. She's not in a relationship. She longs for passion, for romance, and although she's still waiting for her Mr. Right, reading that book feels a temporary need for her. So she's looking for a way to express her romantic thoughts and feelings. And reading your book solves that problem. Or in the case of this book, they may have feelings of insecurity, feeling like every time, feeling underestimated, and they want to know how can they get out of that feeling. That could be the problem. Or you can look, and even with that one, you can look at other books that are in that genre and read the description listed in the book, or listed on the page, listen on the author's website, and see what type of tribe that audience has. Now, you never want to copy what any author writes in their material, but the point of doing this market research, and that's what it is, market research, is so that you can develop that character. Just like the two characters that I created just willy-nilly, just spontaneous, because I didn't have them in my notes. You could do the same thing. So the first question is, who is your book written for? The next question was, what is your tribe's problem? What problem is it, right? So then that brings us to the third question is, how does your book solve that problem? Well, in this case, this is a nonfiction book. This book, it draws the reader in by giving real life stories to motivate the reader to keep going, to keep pushing, despite the thing, and despite the current circumstances, despite how everything looks, despite the no's, and listen to your gut. Now, that would be how this book solves the problem of being underestimated, so that you can go or start to feel unstoppable. But if it's a romance, like I mentioned before, it'll solve it because it'll open the imagination and causes the reader to draw all their attention, all their energy into this book, because you decided that with this novel you may create a series and you're going to go through this journey with this individual. This is how the book, not a fiction book, would solve that problem. So the first problem is, who's the book written for? Second question is, what is the problem? The third is, how does your book solve the problem? And then the fourth one is, why should they listen to you? In this case, they should listen to this nonfiction. They should listen to you because she reveals that she felt those ways. She felt stoppable. She felt insecure. She felt unsure of herself. She didn't know if she was coming or going. She felt like she was a robot at times. She was like, what the heck am I doing? A lot. And people should listen to her because she's been where they are and she came out successful. Or for the fiction book, in the case of the romance, they should listen to you because you're about to blow their mind. You're about to blow their mind. You're about to take them to a fantasy land, and they don't even have to leave their home or their room. They could be in their pajamas, turn off the TV, play soft music, and just get into the characters. So those are the 4 questions that you should be asking yourself when creating, before you create a book, so that you'll know what topics or where your book should focus on. If you can answer those questions, great. That means you hit you achieved a milestone, and you can begin writing your creation. Y'all, before I let you go, I wanted to let you all know that